cover as much as possible in the next 10 minutes to help you make your listings 95% better. First of all, my name is Christina. I have been a print-on-demand seller for 3 years, and I have sold just shy of 1.5 million in revenue on Etsy. And my Etsy print-on-demand store is what let me quit my job and travel the world, and I'm here to help you as well. We're gonna cover how to actually get found, how to drive clicks, and how to actually drive sales once people get into your listing, because it's not always about your design, it's how you're packaging it. So the first thing that you need to do is focus on getting found on Etsy. So that's how we optimize our title, our tags, our attributes, and all the other settings within our Etsy listing that help us actually show up in the Etsy search. Your title needs to include key phrases that you think people will actually type into Etsy, that if they see your listing on page 1, they will think, yes, that is exactly what I was looking for. So the first one's gonna be the most relevant to what I sell. This is a custom improv club shirt. The rest of the keywords, I'm going to try to organize them by how I think more likely people are going to search for this and the most descriptive. But to pick out a lot of these, some might come to you instantly, like improv gift, improv team merch. But nowadays you can use ChatGPT to help with this, or you can just also look up, for example, improv club shirt and see what other keywords your competitors are using in their title and use that as well in yours. And try to think of the different other keywords, other descriptors like gift, merch, tee. If you're using a sweatshirt, some people call them sweaters, and include that also in your title because people might search up the same product using different lingo. Don't forget the top of your description is also read for SEO, but Etsy wants it in a sentence form. So make sure you're using as many of those keywords in your description. Another great tool is just asking ChatGPT for it to write you this description. Make sure in your Etsy listing, you are filling out every single part of the Etsy listing that Etsy gives you to fill out that is relevant. So maybe you're not selling a holiday shirt, so you might not need to use the holiday attribute, but maybe you want to select the sleeve length for the occasion. Perhaps this is for a bachelorette party. You can select that for holiday, or if you want to fill out the type of graphic, but don't select the ones that aren't relevant, but the ones that do have a relevant option for you. Make sure you're selecting those to better help Etsy understand what you sell. Use your tags to repeat the important key phrases from your title and include more descriptive ones to just further cover other types of searches that someone might type in. And again, you can use ChatGPT to help you fill out the rest of these if you're stuck. And if you have my ultimate Etsy checklist, which you can get in the description below, you're also following these rules for tags, that all 13 are used. The most relevant keywords are in both your title and tags. They're multi-word phrases. They're not repeated. They're not using the same keywords as your attributes, and they don't contain both singular and plural versions of words because that's not needed. Now that we've filled out our titles, our tags, our attributes, and every other spot that's relevant to our design, what we're gonna do is we need to really nail down our first photo. Etsy is a visual platform, and that first photo is going to convince people to actually click into your listing to learn more. So if that first listing or that first photo is not enticing, they're never going to actually even learn about your listing. Before you go and buy mockups for your store, which are PNG files or PDF files of the blank version of that shirt so you can make a more stylized image that people are likely to click on, one thing you should know is that mockups actually also have trends. Certain ones do really well, and certain mockups do really well in certain niches, while other ones do well in other niches. So I look up your niche or a similar adjacent niche and see if you can spot any trends when it comes to buying mockups. So I looked up acting shirt. I see a folded one is doing really well. Scrolling down, another bestseller is one that is like a flat lay photo. And I'm seeing a lot of these flat lay photos doing really well in this niche, and some of these folded comfort colors ones as well. And if you actually do research in other niches, this folded one is doing insane on Etsy right now. If you take a look at Mama, for example, or a Mama shirt, you'll start to see which mockups are doing absolutely insane. And it seems like these folded ones are really doing well. So you could pick a different color. You could find a different folded one that does well. Or if you want to also try with this exact mockup as well, you can go ahead because it seems to be doing really well for other people right now. And when you make your photo, you want to make sure that it looks realistic, that it's easy to read your design, that there's no wrinkles or things covering your design that really scream that this is a fake photo. And if you want extra help, I have in my Etsy checklist all the different things that you should be looking out for when you are creating that mock-up for your first photo here. You should have a mock-up available for every single color or variation that you offer. If people can't see it, again, they're very visual shoppers on Etsy, chances are they're not going to buy that variation. 90% of the time, people will also buy the variation that was in your main mock-up photo because that is the one that drove them to click. To minimize any confusion for buyers as well, I make it very obvious what color is what. So I like to label the colors, or what you can do is in your Etsy listing, you can actually link the color variation to your photo. But to just do it faster, I kind of just keep it the name of that color within my mockup itself. Once you have all of your mockups in there, the next thing you need to do with your photos is address any potential questions someone might have or that they need to know before making a decision. If you sell apparel, they need to know how this is going to fit them and what size to order. So one thing you can include is a size guide, and something even better lately is also offering a fit guide so people can visually see how a shirt might fit them. Again, back to the fact that Etsy is very visual. People are shopping with their eyes. If you just have a size chart, which used to be pretty much the only thing people had, then a lot of people might not actually read the size chart. They're going to guess, but this size guide is going to help a lot more people understand what size to buy for themselves if they're too lazy to actually measure themselves, which a lot of people are. One thing I found extremely helpful for trying to find blind spots in my Etsy listing is using ChatGPT. And I said, I'm selling a t-shirt on Etsy. What things might a customer ask or need to know before buying, and what can I highlight to boost conversions? So the top questions someone might have: what's the fit like? What material is it made of? How do I choose the right size? We already have a sizing chart for that. How long will it take to ship? Is that answered? Can I return or exchange it if it doesn't fit? Is this design printed or embroidered? Will it shrink or fade? Is this a gift? Where is it shipped or made from? And will the color be exactly like the photo? And this is a great way to figure out what to include in your description. If these are possible questions someone might have, having that question might stop them from buying if they're not sure. So make sure that you're including a point on all of these in point form in your description. And any of these points that are a positive to your store, it's not just information, but it actually might make someone want to purchase from you over somebody else, should be included in your Etsy listing photos, because that is what people are more likely going to see. Your description is more likely to be read if people have already made a decision to buy from you. So your photos should be aimed towards converting and highlighting all positives. Anything negative about your shipping time, about your listing, about things fading should be in your description, not in the selling points of your photo. And because we asked ChatGPT as well to give us some ideas of how we can highlight things to boost conversions, we've got a few ideas here. Fit and size and confidence. We already had our fit guide. We already had our information on how this is going to fit somebody. We have the sizing guide there so that people are confident in picking their sizing. We might have a guarantee on the comfort and quality. We might have a page that just has an about that highlights all the positive things about our listing. So saying printed on soft, breathable comfort colors, hand print in the USA. Maybe not hand printed if you're doing print on demand, but you can say printed and shipped in the USA, ships in 2 to 4 business days, quick delivery. You can have some things like positive reviews, maybe one of the best reviews you've ever had that highlights the shipping time, the quality, how your customer service was, things that back up all your other claims. And then maybe an FAQ section, though I would likely put anything that is text heavy, like an FAQ section, more in your description. So any information here, again, that is positive, which might get someone to trust you, like guarantees, social proof by reviews, letting people know how fast things ship, anything positive, again, should be highlighted in your photos. And then anything that's more wordy, a little less relevant to their decision, or that might possibly be a negative, should be in your description and not highlighted in your photos. And this is also highlighted in the photos section of the Etsy Ultimate ultimate checklist. Again, if you'd like to get it in the description below. By completely filling out your Etsy SEO, you are going to be getting found more. By nailing your main mockup photo, you're going to be clicked into more. By highlighting positives in your photos, you're going to be converting more. The more you convert, the more high the rest of your listings are going to rank, because now Etsy is seeing that you are a good seller. So I hope these tips help, and I guarantee by implementing them, you are going to see a rise in your Etsy listings and your views and sales. And if this helped at all, if you could please drop a like and subscribe, that would help me so much. Thank you guys, and I will see you next week.